Welcome to Celestial Zodiac. Today we're diving into the sign of Libra. Libra season begins almost each year on September 23 ND and lasts until October 22nd. Ruled by Venus, Libra is the sign of balance, beauty, relationships, and harmony. It's the scales of the zodiac, the only sign represented by an inanimate object, symbolizing the eternal search for fairness and equilibrium. Libra season is also the start of autumn in the northern hemisphere, which makes sense. It's that point of the year when light and darkness balance almost perfectly, a reflection of Libra's central theme, harmony. Libra's symbol is the scales, a reminder of justice, equality, and the weighing of all sides before making a decision. In mythology, the scales are connected to Astrea, the goddess of justice, who was said to leave Earth during the corruption of mankind, leaving only her scales behind. This connection gives Libra a deep tie to fairness, diplomacy, and a longing for peace in a world that often feels chaotic. Think of Libra as the mediator of the zodiac. If two friends are fighting, Libra is the one who steps in, listens carefully to both sides, and tries to restore balance. It's not just about being nice, it's about striving for justice and fairness. Libra belongs to the air element alongside Gemini and Aquarius. Air signs thrive on ideas, communication, and intellectual connections. They live in the world of thoughts, conversations, and curiosity. But Libra isn't just airy, it's also a cardinal sign, which means it kicks off a season. Cardinal signs are initiators. For Libra, that means initiating partnerships, starting conversations, and creating new social or creative projects. This is the energy of starting new relationships, beginning fresh dialogues, and seeking balance where none existed before. Libras often feel restless if they're not connecting, collaborating, or learning something new. At their best, Libras are charming, graceful, diplomatic, and cooperative. They have a natural ability to bring people together and smooth over conflicts. They value aesthetics and often have a keen eye for beauty, whether it's in art, design, fashion, or simply creating a pleasant atmosphere. Many Libras are trendsetters without even trying. They just naturally know what looks and feels right. When it comes to style, Libras are often the ones with outfits that look effortlessly put together. But what you don't see is that they probably spent an hour mixing and matching before stepping out. Their Venus influence makes them appreciate beauty. But every sign has its challenges. For Libra, indecision can be a big one. Because they can see all sides, they may struggle to choose just one. Here's a classic Libra moment. You're out with friends trying to decide where to eat, and your Libra friend spends 15 minutes weighing everyone's preferences. They don't want anyone to feel left out, so they're caught in analysis paralysis. That indecision is one of their trademarks. They can see all sides so clearly that choosing just one feels impossible. People sometimes say Libras are people pleasers, because they avoid conflict and want everyone to be happy. This can make them stretch themselves thin, saying yes when they really want to say no. For example, a Libra might say yes to weekend plans even though they'd rather stay home. Why? Because they don't want to disappoint anyone. This people-pleasing side comes from their deep need to maintain harmony. Another challenge is superficiality. That Venus-ruled desire for beauty can sometimes make them focus too much on appearances instead of depth. Libra is one of the most relationship-oriented signs of the zodiac. They thrive when they have a partner, whether romantic, business, or creative. In love, they value harmony, equality, and romance. A Libra partner is often affectionate, attentive, and deeply concerned with making the relationship feel balanced. They love the idea of partnership so much that they can sometimes lose sight of themselves. Libras dislike being alone and can stay in relationships longer than they should just to avoid solitude. The lesson for Libra is to learn that true balance begins within themselves. When they build confidence in their own identity, they create healthier, more equal relationships. So who pairs well with Libra? Libras often click with fellow air signs like Gemini and Aquarius. With Gemini, the conversations never run out. They both thrive on connection and curiosity. With Aquarius, Libra finds a partner who shares their big ideas and humanitarian outlook, and together they can dream up new possibilities. Fire signs can also be great matches. Leo brings passion and a flair for romance that Libra finds irresistible, while Sagittarius adds adventure and spontaneity that keeps the relationship exciting. On the flip side, Libra may find challenges with signs like Cancer or Capricorn. Cancer's emotional depth can sometimes overwhelm Libra's need for lightness, while Capricorn's practical, structured style can clash with Libra's indecision. And then there's Libra's opposite sign, Aries. This pairing is the classic opposites attract. Aries teaches Libra about independence and assertiveness, while Libra teaches Aries about compromise and diplomacy. It can be a fiery match but also one that pushes both to grow. In career and daily life, Libras shine in roles that require cooperation, fairness, or an artistic eye. They make excellent mediators, counselors, lawyers, designers, stylists, or artists. Anywhere that diplomacy, fairness, or beauty is needed, you'll often find a Libra. For example, in the workplace, Libras often play team glue. They help colleagues work together more smoothly and they notice when someone feels left out. They're not typically fans of high conflict or cutthroat environments. Instead, they prefer workplaces where collaboration is valued and aesthetics matter. Want to see Libra energy in action? Look at famous Libras like Will Smith, Serena Williams, Kim Kardashian, Bruno Mars, and Mahatma Gandhi. They all embody aspects of the sign: charm, artistry, balance, or diplomacy. Libras often attract attention because of their natural charisma, but they also use their influence to create connection or advocate for fairness. Every sign has a shadow, and for Libra it's the tendency to lose themselves in others. They can become so focused on harmony that they forget what they really want. Their growth comes from learning to make decisions confidently, even if not everyone agrees, and from embracing depth as well as surface beauty. Their opposite sign, Aries, teaches them about self-assertion and individuality. When Libra learns from Aries, they find the courage to speak up and stand strong without fearing conflict. So how can Libras balance themselves in daily life? Here are a few practical tips. Decision-making practice. Try making small choices quickly, like picking a meal or an outfit, without second-guessing. It builds confidence for bigger decisions. Journaling or reflection. Writing down pros and cons helps Libra organize their thoughts and avoid being stuck in endless debate. Balancing relationships. Practice saying no when something doesn't feel right. Setting boundaries isn't selfish. It creates healthier, more equal partnerships. Aesthetic therapy. Since Libras thrive on beauty, creating a harmonious space, like decorating their home or working in a visually pleasing environment, actually restores their mental balance. When Libras put these practices into action, they step into their power. Instead of being caught between everyone else's opinions, they become true ambassadors of peace, fairness, and artistry. So to sum it up, Libra is the sign of balance, beauty, and relationships. Ruled by Venus and symbolized by the scales, it seeks harmony in all things. Whether in love, career, or personal growth, Libra's journey is about finding equilibrium, not just between themselves and others but within their own heart. If you enjoyed this Libra overview, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with your fellow astrology lovers. And stay tuned. Next, we'll continue our zodiac series with Scorpio.